Hello, Keto family. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be making bagels. If this is your first time with us, don't forget, hit that subscribe button below and the bell icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. Let's get started, guys. Alright guys, so before we get started, as a reminder, everything I'm using today is going to be listed down in the description below, and then at the end of the video will be a nutritional card so you know what to expect when you're eating one of these little bagels. To start with, I've got 1.5 cups of almond flour here. I've already sifted it. Make sure you always sift your powders and your flours. You don't want to bite into a lump of almond flour, do you? To this almond flour, we're going to be adding, I have 2 teaspoons of sweetener here. You can use your sweetener of choice. I have granular monk fruit because that's what I prefer. Whichever one you have on hand, just keep in mind different sugars will sweeten at a different rate. So just kind of adjust it to your taste and whatever it is that you're using. To that, I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Make sure, guys, that your baking powder is fresh baking powder. If it goes beyond its peak, it tends to not rise as much. Your baked goods, they just won't rise. So make sure, if you're having problems with it rising, check and make sure your baking powder is fresh. It's not an expensive ingredient. You always might want to go out and grab a new one just in case, okay? All right, we're going to mix that up real quick. All right, now that we've gotten that all mixed together, I'm going to set that to the side for now. We're going to get on to the next step. All right, so in this bowl, I have 2.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, and to that, I'm going to add 3 ounces of cream cheese. I think you guys know where we're going from here. I'm going to hit the microwave with it. I'm going to heat it up for a minute, stir it, then probably take another 30 seconds after that, but I'll let you know when I get back just how long that takes. All right, that was the first minute. I'm going to give this a good stir, then pop it back in the microwave. It's still not quite melted. All right, so that was another 30 seconds. Let's see if this is good to go now. It's still not quite as melty as I would like it, so I'm putting it for another 30 seconds. All right, that's nice and creamy. That's exactly where I wanted it. So I did it for a minute, and then I did 2 rounds of 30 seconds, stirring in between each. That's nice and creamy. All right, so I set that aside for now. And then to my almond flour mixture here, I'm going to add 2 eggs. I've already beaten these ahead of time. I'm going to give that a good stir. All right, that's all combined. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the melted cheese and add it to this and combine it all together. Here we go. Now for the hard part. This is sometimes pretty difficult to get worked together. So, but if you keep working at it, it does go together, I promise. So I mixed that up as good as I could with the spatula, but now we're going to have to get our hands dirty. And I just put a little bit of olive oil into a bowl here because this dough gets really sticky. You make sure you oil your fingers up a little bit before you get in there. Otherwise it'll stick to you like crazy. So we're just going to knead this for a couple minutes. Alright, so that cheese has cooled off so where it's kind of solidified a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this back in the microwave for 20 seconds. And that warmed it up just enough to where it's more pliable now. Alright guys, so that is good and combined. I've washed all the gunk off my hands. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and divide this dough up into pretty equal portions so that we can get it into our forms. So I'm just going to cut it in half first. And then I'm going to divide that each side into 3 portions for a total of 6. I'm just eyeballing this, but if you are super strict keto, what you can do is you can take and you can weigh the dough so you get the total weight of it and then divide that so you can weigh each ball to make sure you're getting the perfect amount in there. I'm not super strict keto, so I don't bother with that, but if you are, that's a really great option for you. So I got these little small bagel forms on Amazon, these silicone forms. They were actually really cheap. I think I paid like $6 and it came in a pack of 3. So I'm going to get the one section of dough out. I'm just going to roll it so I can kind of get it into the form I need it. Alright, then I'm just going to put it in and connect the ends as seamlessly as I can so it looks nice and pretty. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to do that for all 6 of these and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys and gals, so I finished putting these in my little bagel forms here. And last time I made these, I actually just was free-forming them by my hand, but then I got these little silicone molds on Amazon. And these are a little bit smaller than what I made last time. These are about 3 inches for each one. So it's a smaller bagel. So I ended up having 10 instead of 6 like I anticipated. Just keep that in mind. In the description below, I'm going to put the total carb count for the whole batch. And then I'll break it down by, 10 that I had is what's going to be the nutritional information at the end of the video, because that's what I'm making these for. But in the description below, look and see the total carb count. So however many bagels you make, you can go ahead and just divide that by that number, whether it's 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever. And you know exactly what you're getting into with each bagel. Alright, so at this point, you can top these if desired. I still got a little bit of oil here on this side. I'm just smoothing out the tops of them. If you want to top these, this would be when you'd want to do that. You can use sesame seeds, poppy seeds. Me personally, I got everything but the bagel seasoning here. We don't like this on all of them. Sometimes my family's just in the mood for a plain bagel, so I'm only going to put this on some of them. But how can you not? I'm making a little bit of a mess here. It's all over the counter now. And I find the oil, if you rub it on the top of them, it helps the seasoning stick better, because this cheese is cooled off pretty good now. So it's not really that sticky anymore. So it's going to use the oil to help hold the seasonings on it. Once you got those coated with wherever you want, I recommend just pressing it lightly to make sure it actually sticks to the top of it and doesn't fly off on you. Alright, so these are now prepared. I've already preheated my oven to 425, so I'm going to pop these in. They're going to cook anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes depending on your oven. I start checking on them at 12 minutes, and then I take them out when they start to get nice and lightly browned on the top. Alright, so before I put these in the oven, I did want to mention that these little silicone molds can be a little bit flimsy, so I like to put them on a baking tray to get them in and out a little bit easier. Alright, I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'll see y'all back soon. Alright, lovelies, we're back, and these just came out of the oven. They actually cooked about 13.5 minutes, so I decided they were brown enough. At 12 they didn't look quite done, but I just kept an eye on them every 30 seconds or so. I peeked in. So these are beautifully golden brown on top. I'm going to let them cool off a little bit, and I'll cut them open for you so you can see how they are. I'll see y'all back in just a few more minutes. Alright, lovely. So I've given these a few minutes to cool off, and they look and smell amazing. Now, one thing about this particular recipe that I should have mentioned sooner is that if you like that really more dense, chewier texture to your bagels, you might want to add about a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum or guar gum to this. Me personally, I like these. It almost has more of a texture of an English muffin than a bagel. It's kind of like a good cross between the two. These are so delicious. My family, we like to cut them in half. We'll toast them for a few seconds and then put peanut butter on them. So just a little bit on the warm side. I'm not a very patient person. I couldn't wait much longer. Alright, lovelies. Here we go. Those are the insides of the bagel. Aren't they just adorable? Now, I know some of you prefer to use coconut flour instead of almond flour, so I will have an upcoming video. I'm not sure when I'm going to be making it with a coconut flour recipe for you guys. So you can have your breakfast bagels that way too. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up down below. And also, if you know anybody that can use a good almond flour bagel recipe, feel free to share this with them. It's been great having you guys. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.